Mega suck.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Yum. Anyways, this is episode 424, the palindrome episode of the Dead Pixels of the Internet. It's a pretty late one for today.
Hey, you took away the change. God damn it. I was like,
hey, you gotta carry your own change sometimes. It's your host, Joe.
And Lauren. And
yeah, welcome to...
There's no more That's My 2 cents. But I got this paper, though.
You got the paper?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got the... smacking with this.
Very good.
Aesthetic.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah. So this may be... No, I don't think it's gonna be the last of the decade.
The decade? I mean, last episode?
No, well, the thing is, after Tuesday, because I only get like Tuesday or whatever, I'm working straight until Christmas. And then that means like either the 28th or whenever.
Yeah, I think we could do an episode on the 28th.
Yeah, because that's, if we do it like on Tuesday, it'll be like, oh, everything, it was only like 3 days ago we last talked.
So what we record this on, we record this on a Saturday.
Yeah.
On the
I'll release it already on the day of because I used to wear like, oh, I'll just release it the day after, but I'm like, I like releasing the day of. It's whatever. It's the same thing. And then Tuesday was be the next time we'd meet up, and then like what happened between then and that, I don't know. Like,
it's just
3 days of nothing. But 2 weeks, that should be fine. And then after that, we'll see what happens because that means next 2 weeks from now will be the last of the decade. Oh
yeah.
Oh, you can say stuff like that now. Holy
last
crap.
of the decade.
Yeah.
Album.
I was looking through like, oh, let's see what my top games are, and I scrolled through all the games. I'm just like, that came out that year. That came out that year. I'm like, damn. And then I try to highlight like, okay, this was a good game. This was a good game. And in 2010, I had like 8. I'm like, damn, that's a lot happened in 2010. And I just keep scrolling through. Out to 2011, I had like 9. I'm like, damn, a lot came out in 2011. So I'm trying to do it where like, okay, let me try to do like 3 games per year that were the best, and then give the whole, this is the best of the best.
So which one was the suckiest year?
Well, recently only because like that didn't stick out in my mind so much, you know, because like I thought about it afterwards, like maybe that wasn't just such a good game. So like past couple of years, like 2017 and 2018.
Last year? I thought last year
it had some good games, but not like, oh, these were the best. I picked 3 out of like, oh, those were good games, you know.
Yeah, I thought 2017 was a good year.
2017 was the year of Cuphead, I believe.
Okay.
Either that or it was 2017 because 2018 was Red Dead and God of War. Yeah. And Spider-Man.
That's what I say. 2018 was a good year.
It was a good year. Yeah.
Like 2016 was that not?
That was the year of Overwatch.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say about it. Yeah.
Overwatch is on his list.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be. I mean, as much as that game gets hated, it's like that was a really big part of my 2 years of my life.
And what do you say about Overwatch now?
It's there. That's all I can say. Like, it's you know, I appreciate that it's been there. I look at my stats. I'm like, I played this game for 500 hours. I know people still play the game and probably played it more, but that's probably the most hours I've ever put in a game. You know.
And most money sunk into a game too.
Probably. Yes, that definitely. Most like actual like, oh, here's some cash. I want to give you some loot boxes.
Get loot boxes. The next thing you know, you was like, no more loot boxes. Again.
But that's hard too. Like I was trying to pick out 3 games per year. I'm just like, was this game better than this game? I'm just like,
Well, we'll
find out by
weeks.
Yeah, we'll find out. Well, I'm not gonna do 2 weeks. We'll do it in January.
Yeah, January.
Because next 2 weeks from now is the best games. Then
movies.
Most likely the next week after that will be the movies.
Okay.
And in January we'll make it the decade of.
Yeah, the decade of yesteryear.
Then it'll be officially the new decade, the Roaring 20s. But yeah, we're gonna just keep it simple for now.
Yes.
Let's talk about some trailers.
Yes. Let's talk about the one that was a bad secret that got released.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 3, my boy.
I know they were like, oh, here's the was it like Survivor? Or something?
No, it was Resident Evil Resistance. It was the
Resistance.
Like, Project. It's the Project Resistance.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, but here's the secret, special single player campaign." And
no, it was just like, "Hey, that's a special trailer." No, with the it showed the Resident Evil 3 trailer show on the PlayStation on State of Play last week, and was it this week or last week? It was last week. Yeah, last week. And then they like, oh, here go what's Capcom up to with the new Project Resistance. And then they show like pretty much like a character running through the abandoned like not house but like kind of like a apartment complex-ish type of vibe. Places the things on fire, and getting chased by something, and this you just see like in this monster in the shadows, and you just go, oh, like what the fuck is going on? And I was like, I think this is Resident Evil 3, and then the character jump out, and you see Jill. Yeah. You're like, holy crap, it's Jill redesigned. Yeah. She looks gorgeous as fuck, and then it's cut through all like different stuff, and you see Brad, chicken shit Brad, and then new Hispanic version of Miguel. Oh, not Miguel. Sorry, that's Tekken 7. Wow, that's Tekken 7 Miguel. I mean Carlos. Yes, yeah. Carlos looks more Hispanic now instead of looking like, look at me, I have straight hair. I look like a clone of Leon.
He also looks kind of Keanu Reeves-ish with the long hair and just the beard and just.
Oh, top of the fuzzy hair?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the fuzzy hair colors, like, whoa, what's going on? And just pretty much, like, different parts of, like, Resident Evil 3, like, oh my god, this game looks so good. And then, you see, like, towards the end, like, not Nemesis' face, like, bits and pieces of Nemesis and everything else, like the Nemesis project. Yeah. You're like, holy shit, Resident Evil 3. Because in the beginning, it's like, it shows, like, scenes from Resident Evil 2, like kind of like a off-camera shoot. Like, back, like, you see Leon, but it's like a faraway shot of Leon. And you see, like, a faraway shot of Ada, like, different scenes in Resident Evil 2. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it takes place, pretty much, Resident Evil 3 takes place, like, a day and a half before Resident Evil 2 happens. Yeah. So it's in the same time frame, but it's just like a day and a half afterwards. No, a day and a half before, not after, before.
So there'll be then the long list of games I've actually played from the Resident Evil franchise, because I didn't play the original Resident Evil 3. Didn't play the original Resident Evil 2 and 1.
Yeah, so you will pretty much play all the main storyline of Resident Evil when it comes out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Also, with that, so Project Resistance, so Resident the multiplayer will be included in Resident Evil 3.
So that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And also, so they're pumping up pretty quickly because wow, Capcom's coming back in a big swing, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, come back with a big swing.
Because then now
2020.
Because they had two big ones this year. What's their two big ones for next year? I don't know.
So Resident Evil
3,
and no, they hoping the Street Fighter do okay.
So they're gonna be another Street Fighter.
I don't think so.
Capcom vs SNK 2 gets released.
Two already happened.
Re-released.
That would not be a thing. What people will say, which brings me to a point that it should be Tekken X Street Fighter X SNK.
Damn, that would be the fighting games, while fighting games. Though.
Yeah, and the creator of Tekken said, "You mean Tekken 7?"
Damn.
And people's like, true, because Geese Howl's in Tekken 7. Also, Kuma's in Tekken 7. So pretty much you got your...
Yeah.
You got that.
You got most people from Tekken. So we have everyone here.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, feel like, okay, if you're going to do a big roster like that, you have to think of like, okay, what engine would be on? And probably maybe like in the Tekken 7 engine.
So they're not going to do the cool Street Fighter engine?
Street Fighter engine is so dead. Still dead in the water. Because you mean like Street Fighter 5 engine? Because that shit is not that good. Because Street Fighter 5 engine is like pretty much it's Street Fighter 4 engine. Yeah, but without the art, without the shell shading type of paint stroke shit. Because it looks just exactly the same, except for a little bit more crispier-ish. But it's still not so great. Like the Street Fighter 5 engines, it works only to certain characters, but other than that, it's just like, no. I think the best fighting game engine right now is the
Dragon Ball FighterZ.
No,
I like the way it looks. That's
Dragon Ball Fight looks good, but that's a game that beats that already.
What is it?
It's the new Guilty Gear game.
Oh, I see.
Do you look?
No.
Look at the screenshots of new Guilty Gear game. Look on your phone. It looks fucking fantastic.
What's it called?
Just type in the new Guilty Gear. I forgot. It's something weird. Just type in new Guilty Gear game.
Guilty Pleasure. Guilty Gear video series.
No, it's
latest release Xrd Rev 2.
Yeah. No, not Xrd 2. That one.
We're gonna go to Wikipedia and see what they say. Please donate to Wikipedia. No,
yeah,
please.
Because
games. Let's see what you got. Look at all these games.
Yeah, that's a lot of games. No.
Pro Jumper, Guilty Gear Tangent, Guilty Gear Judgment. Hello.
No.
I know. Those are spin-offs. Zerdev. Looks like Zerdev is. Looks like that's it.
Like, look at you.
Take my phone.
Take your phone away. I said new Guilty Gear, not like, oh, Guilty Gear. Like,
Well, Guilty Gear came out 2 years ago, apparently. What is it?
It's the new Guilty
New. It's just called New Guilty Gear.
It's something weird like that. So they announced it, but it's just like, okay, I forgot the name of it.
I'll go click on the Polygon article because they're so cool.
Polygon?
Sure, why not?
So,
it's the top results. Is that how it looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty badass. I like it.
Those screens, of course, no screenshots.
What, you got the teaser?
Yeah, I got the teaser.
Is all you need.
But yeah, it looks really like crisp. So when you look at like Dragon Ball FighterZ, so think about the more shading on that. Like just think of that feature itself. So like the whole Arches work system is like best for 2D fighting. Yeah, so if Capcom versus SNK, if Capcom versus if Marvel versus Capcom had that system worker, holy shit, that would be like holy like balls. That'd be like, oh my god, this game looks fucking gorgeous. But no, it looks like 3D piece of hot trash. Don't get me wrong. Still, Capcom versus Capcom versus SNK graphics still look good as a 2D fighting game. Even though it's like aged a little bit. Okay, but still a nice looking game. If you master that shit. But granted, you'd be like, oh well, Capcom use the same kind of sliders as like the previous games. Okay, Capcom be cheap on shit sometimes, but it's still a good looking game. The graphics is but like the best looking game for me from the SNK series is Kings of Fighters 13. That game looks fucking gorgeous. Everything else. Kings of Fighters 14, the facials look cool. Like the response, but it doesn't give that little like impact like Street Fighter. I mean not Street Fighter, like Kings of Fighters 13 look. Like the backgrounds of like KOF 13 looks fucking amazing compared to 14. 14 just looks so like blah, like it's a 3D fighting game. It's just like, oh, there's certain details. It's not like as lively as like 13 is. But anyways, I'm excited about Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, Resident Evil 3 looks pretty cool. So I was like, I can finally play that game again.
So it comes out on April
3rd, according to the thing online.
April 3rd. So it gives you time. Tax season.
420, baby.
So 4/3/20. There you go.
My whole month gonna be the whole month of my birthday month, 420.
All day, every day.
So some new movie trailers came out too. Wonder Woman 1984.
If you like disco and you hate disco, you will love this.
So I was like, trailer. Oh, there you go. It's gonna be Wonder Woman again.
Yeah. It'll be Wonder Woman.
Because if they make Wonder Woman interesting, because it's just like she's okay. She's just very. First 2 movies of Thor. She's just kind of too powerful, isn't she?
She pretty much is like, okay, she's super powerful because she's like pretty much same strength as Superman.
Yeah, but
it's like, so what can stop her?
Yeah, exactly.
And I just think this villain they go have is like just a throwaway villain.
Yeah,
so it's just
she doesn't have the best villains.
So it's just
I'll say that right now.
Well, DC villains, like if you just
her villains, yeah.
It's just like, okay, Batman. They ran out Batman got the best villains around, and then Superman villains is okay. Yeah, and everyone else is just like, oh, it's just a spin-off of this villain and a spin-off and a second cousin and a family member, but not really marriage.
I think it looks okay. There's people out there that say like, oh man, I can't wait for this. It's gonna be one of the best things. I'm like, okay, well, let's see how that works out for you.
Not too sure, but
that's the thing. I already said my piece about Wonder Woman the first time. Like, I liked it the first time, but if I continue to watch it, I'm probably gonna hate it a lot more. Yeah, because it just doesn't stand as to the other ones. The next one after that, Ghostbusters.
Yes,
Bustin' makes me feel good.
With Paul Rudd.
I gotta say, Afterlife. No, you can't say Ghostbusters because that was the name of the 2016 one. And if you mention anything that is, you'll just get torn left from right from the people online. Which I saw it. I said my piece on it also, which was like, it was okay. I didn't really care for it that much afterwards.
Like I said, it was an okay movie, but
It was not needed. That's all it was. It was like they add nothing new to this whole thing. This looks at least it's adding something new, which is like it's not even taking place in a city anymore. It's in a country, countryside or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Also, it just pretty much there's some like a different. It kind of reminds you of Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what's like.
That kid's gonna be in like
everything.
Yes.
Good job.
Yeah, Finn Wolfhard. He's just gonna be in everything that'll be slightly Stranger Things. Asking to be like, hey, it's like Stranger Things. He's gonna be in a horror movie. Hey, it's just like Stranger Things.
Yep.
But this looks alright. You got Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Which I'm just like, hey, there
Paul
he is.
to the Rudd.
And they're all kids now, so it's like, so they're the kids of the,
the previous
Ghostbusters.
But at the same time, it's like that was 30 years ago. Like how old? First
how
off,
old were they doing
how
it?
old was they doing it? Like come on, like Bill Murray was at least like in his 40s.
I know, right?
Like let's be real. Bill Murray in his 40s and he just recently got a kid.
Whatever. But the thing is, spoiler for 2016, they were in that movie too.
Yeah.
Not as themselves, but they were still in it.
They was just like in background.
Yeah. I'm just like, so are they not part of it? Okay, whatever.
Nope.
So this completely erased everything that happened in the 2016, which was like, which is like, there hasn't been a ghost sighting here in 30 years. I'm just like, that's funny. Honestly, because
I'm pretty sure they was like, what you mean 30 years? It just happened a few moments ago. Unless it take place in the same time frame, then okay.
Yeah, like exactly. That movie's happening exact same time as 2016 was. So we'll see how that one works out. Next one is Free Guy.
Yeah.
With Ryan Reynolds.
Free Guy.
He's just doing his
Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's just being he's just being Ryan Reynolds now.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, you just want a character that pretty much should be self-aware sometimes. Okay, Ryan Reynolds type.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like him being Van Wilder.
Yeah. And I don't really care for Wilder. But
me either.
I know they came out during my high school days and people were like, oh yeah, it's got sex and all that nudity. And I'm just like,
I think that was the last National Lampoon movie.
I'm not the last one. No, there's been
like
more. The last biggest one.
The last biggest one, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
if you want to count National Lampoon: Rise of Taj.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Who was that actor?
That was Kumar.
Kumar, yeah.
Cal Penn.
Cal Penn. What happened to him?
He became like one of the office administrators for like Obama, which to me was weird. I'm just like, what?
Really? Him?
Yeah.
The one who made about just like two Sonas movies?
That's a piece of history that shouldn't be forgotten. But
he was an actor and he was on House and he turned that House career into a bar.
Yeah, that's why he left House, because they made a whole. I remember that too, because they only dwelled on it for one season of House, or one episode actually. He was on House and he looks like he was gonna be there, but then he supposedly killed himself in the next episode. And they're like, yeah, I don't think he killed himself. And then they never mentioned him ever again inside the series until like the last episode, where he came up as a cameo saying like, hey, I'm still, you didn't solve me or whatever.
Oh, you didn't solve my mystery?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just like, whatever.
Like, what? Why is this?
House became weird afterwards.
Yeah, so that's weird to find out. But now he's back again doing show stuff. He's on NBC or whatever. I'm like, oh, there he is. Rise of Taj. But this one looks like, to me it's like, I've already seen Black Mirror, because some of the stuff like here, like this is like, oh, an AI becomes sentient. I'm just like, yeah, that's already happened in Black Mirror.
Yeah, but this is more comedy.
This is more comedy. And it is a fun idea to be like, what happens if one of your NPCs just be like, oh, I'm in a video game or something like that. And Taika Waititi's in it. Your boy. My boy.
Our boy.
Our boy Taika Waititi. He's blown up. So I'm so glad, because he needs to be like
a household name.
Yeah. So you can just say Taika Waititi. Because he's directing the last episode of The Mandalorian, and I'm happy for that. He was in The Mandalorian as a robot. He was in a bunch of stuff, but
what we do in the shadows, which I need to get that back to you next time.
You still got that?
Yes.
I forgot you did. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. You got that. But anyways, let's talk about the video game awards.
Yes.
Video game wars.
It has some controversy.
Yeah. It's. I just watched the clips afterwards.
Yeah. A lot of people was like, why are they showing so much love to Death Stranding-ish?
Yeah,
because it
was one of those games where you either loved it or hated it, and from what I can tell, it is almost split down the line. People think it's a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm. I will not say a masterpiece.
Yeah, some people do.
Yeah, some people do.
I'm saying some people will say that, and some people say it's awful. Like,
yeah, cutscenes and a whole lot of these actors.
See, this is why you don't let Kojima do whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's why you don't let him go full Kojima.
Yeah, I know.
There's have to be checks and balances. And granted, yeah, he didn't go. There's some parts he went full Kojima. Be like, okay, stop.
Yeah.
But other times, like, okay, he's tame. Listen to what will I do with this horse? I'm like, what the fuck, Kojima?
Yeah,
Come on now. Matt Nicholson, yes, he's a fine actor.
Yeah.
But you cannot make him make him just stare at people.
And also, well, Guillermo del Toro and Troy Baker in that movie.
Uh-huh.
And also Norman Reedus. Don't forget
the babies.
Norman Reedus, the fetus.
The babies.
The babies.
The babies.
What they got announced was there's going to be a new Hellblade game.
Yes.
So I'm like, hey, I love Hellblade.
Yes.
And it looks pretty cool. I'm like, I mean, there's no gameplay, so.
No, it's supposed to be all in-game engine.
Yeah, but I'm like, that looks pretty good. I like that.
But also got announced.
Yeah.
Was the new Xbox Series X.
Wow, that's confusing.
Yeah. So the new Xbox is called Xbox Series X.
That's the worst name I ever heard, but I'll still get it.
But the reason why it's probably Series S because it'll probably be two different models.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be like the big chunky one that probably, well, most likely me and Joe will get holiday season 2020.
Holiday 2020.
Blaze it. Oh, blaze it, boy. Holiday 2020. Blaze it. Smoke it. Place in your crack pipe, boy.
Damn, crack pipe. Okay.
And there's going to probably be a Series X and Series Y.
Yeah.
Or Series D. D's nuts.
Oh, shit. Series F. To pay respects.
To pay respects. If someone got a Series F Xbox, they're like, yes.
FX. It only plays FX.
Give the boy respects. So what the rumor mill I've been hearing and been seeing online that there's supposed to be like the X, the Anaconda. That's the version.
They don't want none.
And then
buns.
and there's gonna be another one, a less powerful version. It's just pretty much a beefier version than the Xbox One.
It's like the S version, Xbox One S.
Yeah.
Because that was like, it's still better than the original Xbox, but slightly.
Yeah.
You either get the S or the X. And then people were like, I'll get the S because I don't play that much, you know.
Yeah.
And it's good enough. Which is, that's fair.
And I think the new one, not less powerful one, I think it's only, you just download games only.
So it's just like the S all digital version.
Yeah.
So that's weird, huh?
If you want to go to the digital route, give it to the digital gods.
But yeah, the Series X, again, I just think that's one of the worst names I've ever heard.
Yeah, Serious Sam X. Show your X up. X.
Because people were like, oh, the X Bone, and people were like, oh, and X was like, shit, we should have named it the Xbox One. Now Xbox Series X, Xbox Sex.
Xbox Sex? My sex bot.
My
sex bot, baby.
Sex box, baby.
Give me that sex box, baby.
That's just
like... You have to say it like that. Baby.
It's
babies.
Babies.
Like, babies, give me some... Series Xbox Sex babies. That's what they call it, like Death Stranding, like the babies, not baby, babies.
Wow,
the babies.
Also, what got announced is what do you call it? Wolf Among Us Part 2. Which
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, right. The only one, because we already forgot about what happened in Telltale. Because usually they were the ones like, or at least they've been always releasing a game, and ever since after Part 4 of Walking Dead ended.
Yeah.
They lost their grip on the
storytelling.
American conscious.
They lost the grip on the American conscious, and also just like, oh, y'all was treating y'all employees like shit.
Yeah.
And y'all didn't really release that episode.
Yeah, no. Well, Skybound was the ones that did the last couple episodes, and because like you'd have like 2 games getting released at the same time, ongoing in your life of a Telltale game. Like, Guardians is going out along with Minecraft Series 2. Okay.
Yeah, but like, how does this make sense? But okay.
Yeah, and then when that was done, okay, now we're starting Batman 2.
And then Tales of the Borderlands. Like, can you?
Okay, that I want them to do more than I want to do.
Yeah, I do, but
Wolf Among Us. I mean, Wolf Among Us was great.
Yeah,
but I just
what ending do you get?
What, in Wolf Among Us?
Yeah, is it the same endings or is it different?
I mean, I got the same ending. I feel like it's the same ending because there was that one where Big V, like I think one of them was. I faintly remember of like someone was about to say something to Bigby, but they cut off or something.
No, I got a different one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I got the one that Bigby was chasing after the character. Oh, okay. It was like kind of like the secret like Kaiser Sose thing. Yeah. It was like, wait, what? And then he's like,
yeah, that's
that one.
That's the one I did.
Yeah.
I won most of the, that court scene that happened at the end.
I think I won that one.
Yeah, but I'm glad that it's coming back. But it's been too long. I gotta like replay the game.
Yeah, it's just like replay the game, and then like there's certain parts certain parts look good, like some parts was not so great.
Some parts were very telltale.
Some parts was very telltale. Like the ending fight, I just don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either.
No, don't want to do that. Nope. Like the lumberjack one.
That was okay.
That was good. Was the lumberjack? Was he lumberjack?
I'm pretty sure that was lumberjack.
Yeah, that one was good.
So here's some things.
Bar fight.
Yeah, here's some things that won for video game awards.
Yeah.
Best ongoing game. Guess what won?
Who cares?
It was what do you call it? Freaking Fortnite.
Oh,
of course.
Whatever. Sure.
Art direction is Control. I'm like, all right, that's
okay.
cool.
Well, hold on. Who was in the art?
And the same thing as art.
Uh-huh.
Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Legends of Zelda, and Death Stranding, and Gris.
Okay, I can see Control winning. Okay, cool.
I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's honestly, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Independent game, Disco Elysium was winning for that stuff.
I heard about Disco Elysium.
Yeah, me too. I was like, that was cool. Best action game, best action adventure. There are two different games apparently, and they two different games won that thing. Devil May Cry 5 won action.
I heard Devil May Cry won that.
And action adventure Sekiro. I'm like, why is there the two things here?
But
it honestly makes no sense. But
like Sekiro, I thought okay. Sure. I said Sekiro falls on the same thing as Devil May Cry though.
That's what I'm saying. Why is there two different ones?
What?
I don't know. Okay. Best fighting game. It went up against Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai Showdown, Dead or Alive 6, and Jump Force was nominated.
Yes.
What?
You didn't see that hot meme? You don't see the hot meme? I think I shared the hot meme.
Maybe I don't know.
The one like the Keith Mighty Keith made a video about like pretty much this like we just end like the video games they like pretty much say man that's the best I'm explaining to them now that's the best fighting game man and Jump Force enter it and they were like who the fuck buy this guy this night like blah 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 he didn't Jump Force like I'm a fighting game and like Mortal Kombat said so it's like wait what was your time slot at Evo and then Jump Force like Evolution I never play a day in Pokemon life. And then one fighting game person was like, oh man, this night. Like, hey man, just give him credit, everything else. Blah 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 blah. Let's all not jump on it. And Jump was like, oh thanks guy. He said, but your game is so garbage, everything else. Blah 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 blah. He's like, oh no. He's like, first off, you came out 1 month like in September.
Yeah.
By October. Everybody forgot about you.
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Well, it came out earlier this year, actually. It didn't come out in September.
Like February or March?
I think it came out like either February or March.
It's like March or whatever. Just say April, February.
Gone.
And then like 1 month, no one cares about it at all.
Yeah, basically.
So yeah.
Best performance, Mads Mikkelsen as Cliff in Death Stranding.
Okay, like, who else was there? Again? Yeah.
The same, Norman Reedus. The
what? So he was facing although he's like, I'm facing against people in Death Stranding, sure.
Norman Reedus, the deleted fetus. Laura Bailey, Kate Diaz from Gears 5. I'm like, she did okay. I don't know if she was worthy.
I guess they just tossing names to beat the names.
Okay, so they have Pavardi, Holcomb, Ashley Burch from Outer Worlds. I'm just like, I liked her. At least. But I can understand because at least Mads Mikkelsen was actually maybe acting in that game. I don't know.
Pavardi was just great voice actor.
Yeah. And two people from Control, Matthew Peretta and Courtney Hope.
Okay, so the main character.
So this is the one I disagree with the most. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 Best Audio Design, which I was like, that's bull.
So who's in the category?
Control, Death Stranding, Gears 5, Sekiro, who should have won Resident Evil 2. Because the sound design for that game was so good.
Yeah.
Like when you're walking and you hear the wood floors as you're creaking, it's just you, and then you hear the boom, boom, boom. Like, oh, fuck.
And then, like, even with the soundtrack and everything else, you can pretty much, Yeah. Like, I'm trying to think, like, even Kojima game is fucking good.
Yeah.
And, like, all those games, and they gave it to Call of Duty?
They gave it to Call of Duty.
Wow. Someone's blowing somebody in the back.
Best game direction. They just had to give it to him. Death Stranding.
Yeah. You had to give a Kojima a game. Sure. That's his Oscar. Okay.
That's, I guess. Mm-hmm. Best game of the year, Shadows Die Twice. Again, I'm like...
Shadows Die Twice? Oh, Sekiro.
Sekiro. Yeah. Smash Bros. Is up on there.
So
for some reason.
So, hold on. Who's in that category of the game of the year?
Game of the year. So, you got Control.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, cool. Death Stranding. That's like the
controversial pick, though.
Yeah, the weird pick. Resident Evil 2. I'm just like, yes.
Everybody was waiting for Resident Evil 2. Sekiro was a good game.
Hey, here's the thing. I never played it, and I'm not into the Souls games.
Yeah,
so that's all on you guys.
But it's all dependent if you like Souls.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 was this dead-ass rumor like, oh, they going to remake Resident Evil 2. They going to remake Resident Evil 2. There was shit they was going to probably make Resident Evil 2 off the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. That time frame. Yeah. But next thing you know, once it came out, it revised fucking Capcom. Okay?
Oh yeah, they were. Well, I don't know. They were doing pretty well. Capcom was.
They was playing good with Monster Hunter. They was getting that Monster Hunter
and also
money.
Resident Evil 7. Don't forget 7, man.
7 so good, but not like Monster Hunter money.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying 7 was the beginning of like, oh, maybe they can actually make.
They can make it, but Resident Evil 2 remake was like, holy shit, Capcom is back on board.
Oh yeah, and
like back on board. Like the game industry knew, but I talk about like mainstream people. It's like, oh, fucking Resident Evil. There's another Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 2.
Yeah,
because Resident Evil 7 didn't feel like a Resident Evil 7.
I know it felt more like
it didn't feel like a Resident Evil game. It felt like a
slender / contain, secure, control, protect, all those weird indie games. But it was still...
It's like I said, don't get me wrong. Resident Evil 7 is a good game. Yeah. But Resident Evil 2
is
a true Resident Evil game. And bring back that fucking survival horror. Be like, holy shit, this is intense. And it freaks you the fuck out, too. I cannot wait for Resident Evil 3. I wonder how fucking Nemesis go play out. Because, Mr. X is a completely different AI scripture than fucking Nemesis. Nemesis is like, you saying Nemesis can fucking... He got a rocket launcher. Saying, the fuck? Okay.
What else got nominated? Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I'm like, hey.
You know what? I'm not shocked.
That's cool, I guess.
Like, I'm not shocked, and also I would not be surprised because this seemed like going to be like the last Smash Brothers of ever.
Yeah, Ultimate is just like,
and I'm proud of seeing Ultimate is like doing so great.
Also, the fact they're getting actual characters.
From different series.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is crazy, and I know there's gonna be a Mortal Kombat one. There's going to be one.
What do you mean, like in Smash Brothers?
Yes.
Well, that'd be cool.
I think either you probably see Scorpion, of Sub-Zero.
That'd be so like some super hyper violent character inside that game.
But look, Sakurai is seen like he's the type of person like, fuck it, fuck you, Nintendo. I'm gonna get to
they make the meme happen and bring Goku to Smash, which everyone's been
on Goku. I wouldn't.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
but like having like because it had to be a certain theme, quote unquote.
But that's at that point, it's like people wanted Banjo and Smash for the longest time, and they finally did it. People want the only thing I remember was like that and Goku. I'm just like, Goku is always the funniest thing. Like, oh, Goku confirmed for Smash.
If you could get Goku confirmed for Smash Brothers, everybody on the internet would fucking flip their lid.
Yeah, they would. And the last game, which should have probably just won on grit alone because it's a good game, was Outer Worlds.
And they didn't win no awards?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, come on, man. Also, they had Ikumi Nakamura come back again.
Yeah, and she was like, sorry if I flash anybody. But she didn't.
She didn't. She's just too pure of soul.
Yeah. And it also didn't help that she did have on one Twitter response and the pen like
the pedo bear?
The pedo bear. Which everybody's like, no.
So funny to me. I love her. I want her to be real.
Like, no.
I wish she was real.
Not wrong bear.
Yeah, people were like, wrong bear. Because she did a joke where she's like, please bear with my English. And I'm just like, people are like, that's so funny. That's so great. And then she put up the ASCII text of pedo bear, which it's not technically it. It's just what the implied thing is for that, because in Japan it's a whole different meaning for that bear.
Yeah.
But in the U.S. it's a whole other different meaning.
Yeah, it's a whole different meaning. And also, do anyone still use this sign on Pillow Bear?
Honestly, no.
No. So
that's old school.
Yeah, that's old school dead mean territory. But it's just hilarious. People like, holy shit, no! Why? Bad memories.
Yeah, she's the one that presented best art direction. I'm just like, oh, that's pretty funny. And she sat next to Elon Musk, which I'm like,
which is Elon Musk is there. Like, it's just like, of course,
that dude's a fucking meme.
The meme of all king memes. Yeah. King meme. He got
King meme of fuck mountain.
He'd be like, yeah, I'm here, boys, and you'd be like, okay.
Yeah, he's there. But all in all, I was just like, I don't really care for the video game awards, because it's just cool to see like, oh, this got announced. So it's kind of like a little mini E3, and that's all you can actually kind of hope for, because that's the upcoming year right there, man. What's coming to come out next year? You got this game, you got that game, and it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
So one movie I want to talk about before
what movie?
we get to the list. Alita Battle Angle. I saw this.
And
I think it's actually a good movie.
I just can't feel
kind
the
of
face.
Corny. I like the face. I don't know. It just makes it stand out. That's the thing. I know it looks weird to see in this day and age, to actually have an anime style face. But it was entertaining. I'm not gonna say it was the best. It was just, I liked it. There was a lot of cool stuff that happened in that movie. And they did spoiler alert, but they did the actual anime thing of like, hey, we don't know if we're going to get a sequel.
Yep.
So they just end on a cliffhanger. And I'm like, oh, they don't even know this is going to have a second movie.
Like, what the
But yeah, I like the themes of it, because I saw a little bit of the anime of it. The 93 OVA.
Yeah.
And for the most part, they got a lot of the
Things
exact
correctly?
Same things.
Well, it was Robert Rodriguez.
Yes, it was him. And also James Cameron. They always keep, because I was watching the behind the scenes, it was always like, oh, it's James Cameron want to do it since the 90s. I'm just like, well, good luck if you want to do that in the 90s, man.
Yeah, in the 90s. Oof, yeesh, ouch.
Yeah, I know.
If we get anime is short.
So this is so far the best adaptation of an anime, and that's really not saying much. You say anime, but the best so far before that would be the best manga adaptation would be, Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because that is a manga.
It's a manga.
But it's, the American whatever. That's for the best manga adaptation, because we've never had a anime adaptation of Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah.
All you need is kill. I like how that name has that movie has so many different names, like Live, Die, Repeat. That was the better name than Edge of Tomorrow, because you see Edge of Tomorrow, you're like, what the hell is that movie about?
Yeah.
And then there's the manga called All You Need Is Kill. So, I really like this one a lot. You got Christoph Waltz in this movie. You got Mahershala Ali and Jennifer Connelly, because I never seen her in such a long time.
Yeah, she's been only in a few movies.
Yeah, and I'm like, I like her a lot though. She's just not in that many things.
What's the last movie you saw her in?
Who, Connelly?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. Now we're gonna have to find out now. Other than this one,
was she in Boondock Saints?
I don't think so. Let's see what you got here. Yeah, she was in Requiem for a Dream, and I love Requiem.
Oh yeah,
for a Dream.
I remember her in Requiem for a Dream. Yes.
She was in. Let's see, filmography.
All right.
2000. What's the most recent one? So she's gonna be in Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, of course.
She's Karen from Spider-Man: Homecoming, the voice.
Oh, okay.
So that's not even, that doesn't count, because
that's not count. We need live motion.
Yeah. So look at this: American Pastoral, Shelter. Noah was the last big movie she was in.
Okay.
Remember Noah?
Nope.
Exactly.
Remember that movie? Nope.
Yeah, she hasn't been in almost nothing in the past time. The Day the Earth Stood Still was 2008. And I remember
The Day the Earth. Oh, that's a Keanu one?
Yes, the Keanu one.
The bad Keanu movie?
Yes.
Okay.
And I remember seeing it, but I'm just like, what?
Yeah, just like, And what's before that?
The Hulk was the last big one.
Oh, yeah. I forgot she was
Hulk,
in the Hulk.
not the Hulk.
Not the Incredible Hulk.
No. Just Hulk, the 2003 version.
Oh, the bad one. The very bad one.
The very bad one, but not as bad one.
Yeah, the one with Nick Nolte being like Bruce Banner's father, and he was more Hulk
Absorbing Man. And that was like, you're supposed to know who the Absorber Man is. Like, I don't, because I've never read any of the Hulk comics.
Yeah, like, I don't read Hulk at
By the time the Incredible
Hulk, I don't do comics.
By the time the Incredible Hulk came out, I at least knew who Abomination was. I'm like, I know who he is. Mm-hmm. I remember him from the game, but that's about it.
Yeah, I remember from the game. No, remember nothing else. It was supposed to be, what's his face? His rival-ish.
Ooh, Abomination?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. But like I said, like, Alita Bad Angel is actually not that bad. It visually looks amazing. I was like,
I know. It's
really good.
Good. It's just the anime eyes. So I was just like,
The action is fun. And I think this movie should have been a hard R because there's a lot of, like, off-screen. Mm-hmm. Yes, off-screen deaths. I mean, they actually showed a lot of, like, dismemberment because they're all robots, so that's okay.
Yeah, it's robots and not humans. It's okay. Disfiguring a robot.
Yeah, exactly. You can cut the head off of any robot you want and it'll be fine. But as soon as you see some guy getting stabbed, no. Rated R. And I like how now PG-13 movies are actually getting their one use of the F word. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm like, oh, that's right. I forgot. They can just do that now.
Like, fuck. And that's it.
Yeah. Well, you can't use it in terms of, like, a sexual way. You gotta say it's more in a whole, like aggressive, like, fuck, about to get killed. Or, go fuck yourself. Mm-hmm. That's all I've seen so far, is the way they've used it, which is like, go fuck yourself, Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that is a fun trend to see, like, oh, that's great. We just get at least the use of the one, because if they use it one inside a Marvel movie, that would be really funny. I want to see that one happen in a Marvel movie or something. I know they're not going to do it, because, Disney ain't going to allow that.
Nope.
But who knows? Because this is apparently the last solo Fox movie before they were acquisitioned. Well, they were acquisitioned when before this came out, but this is the last one that's going to be under just Fox itself, And so everything after this will be like, everything Fox related will be under also the Disney brand. I liked it. I was like, oh, that was fun right there. It's really cool. It's what you need this year. But let's go with the last thing, and I'll talk about. It's the top 10 shows of 2019.
Yes.
I was thinking about doing the top shows of the decade, but I'm like, there's just way too many shows. Mm-hmm. I was probably gonna go into like, I'll just go with anime because that's a newer thing. It's easier to put that in a decade form. I don't know, but yeah, that's. Here's what we got here. So I watched a lot of shows this year. And again, the same rules still apply. There's got to be a new season and an episode has to have aired this year, and I can't have talked about it previously in a previous year, which is weird to say because I don't know if I can put JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in there because I've already talked about it. I know I can, but I try not to to make it fresh, But it is what it is. So I just go with whatever I did before, which was like, I'll just stick with this list right here. This is a pretty decent list. Okay, ready? Here we go. Number 10 is The Fix.
Ooh.
Has anyone seen The Fix? No one has seen The Fix. This is on Netflix. So it's got Jimmy Carr, and I like Jimmy Carr. He's a fun comedian. He does the edgy jokes, and it's just basically it's like how to describe it. So they take a topic and they argue 2 ways to fix the topic. It's like, oh, what are we gonna do about the gas crisis? I propose we do this, and then comedians are on there. You see D.L. Hughley, others, and they talk about it, and it's funny because it's like, oh, that's pretty good. And it came out the last ass end of 2018 in December. I think literally like the 31st, and I was watching it. I'm just like, this is actually pretty funny. I know no one's gonna be watching this because they buried that show pretty quickly because no one's talking about that one. I don't even know if we're gonna get a second season of that one. Okay. I would love it though because I just like that type of comedy. Next one is another Netflix show called Trigger Warning with Killer Mike. Do you know who Killer Mike is?
Yes, I know. Killer Mike is from the Fame group Run the Jewels, and a solo hip hop artist as well. He's from the ATL.
Wow.
Yeah, you did not know me about knowing about Killer Mike?
I didn't know that.
So Killer Mike was also on the show Frisky Dingo.
Was he? No?
Yes, he was.
Oh,
made a song called All That Jizz.
Wow.
And that song is so dumb. I recommend you YouTube it. And then you be like, oh my god, this is so dumb. Killer Mike is one of my favorite hip hop artists.
Oh, so do you like Run the Jewels?
Yes. Have you listened to Run the Jewels?
I started to because of this show.
And what do you think of Run the Jewels?
I'm like, oh, all right, that's pretty cool.
Here you go. A song I recommend that I play each and every time my holiday season is A Fucking Christmas Miracle. It's the song called A Fucking Christmas Miracle. And I recommend you listen to that too.
Didn't you try to recommend that last time when...
Yeah.
when we were in the car.
Yeah. Alright, let's see.
Chicago Minute. We went to...
we went to Kuma's.
We went to Kuma's and we went to, what do you call it? Well, we didn't mention this last week, but you saw CM Punk.
I saw CM Punk in Bucktown.
And I was like, CM Punk. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I saw CM Punk
walking with the guy with the time bomb guy.
Yeah, pipe bomb.
I keep saying time bomb. Whatever.
So saw CM Punk a few weeks ago. Everything else around Bucktown area.
No, because when you passed by him, you're like, nice to meet you, because I thought you were singing like in an angry way.
Yeah, you thought I was singing angry.
I was
like, no. Like, no, that's actually CM Punk. Everything I'm saying.
I'm like, oh.
I even apologized on Twitter, but he didn't respond. So I'm like, oh, whatever. So here you go. Hey Siri.
Here we go.
Play Round the Jewels, A Christmas Miracle.
Here we go.
Okay, let's hear a Christmas miracle. Round the Jewels.
Very nice. Uh-oh, we're gonna get copyrighted.
There you go. Bam.
That's cool. So have you seen this show at all?
What? I seen bits and pieces of Trigger Warning, and I have to say I enjoyed this show because
it's just very weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's in his wheelhouse because he's like
he's okay. If you know about Killer Mike Killer Mike is one of those like people. He's a progressive black person, but he's a big guy.
Yeah.
So he like he's on goofy shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's on goofy shit, but there's a reasons behind this. He's like, yo, there's a smart way to make this money.
Yeah.
But it's this outlandish idea.
Yeah.
Like the whole, the Crips and Blood on.
Yeah, the Crip Soda.
Crip Soda,
so it's the basic way I can say is it's kind of like Nathan For You. He does business ideas, but it's in a more black way.
Yeah.
And to support the black community. And I'm just like, oh, because he did one episode where he just bought nothing from anyone except if it was a black owned business. And again, that's hard to do in this day and age.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a political side to it. Sometimes it doesn't because it's just kind of like whatever. We're gonna goof on shit.
Yeah, and also he was one of the few people that was when Bernie Sanders was running in the primaries like last year, like 2016. He was one of the biggest endorsements. Like he has support Bernie on everything. So he was like, you guys need to support Bernie Sanders, blah, 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 blah. And like I said, he is not like, you can tell he's a very well thought out individual and a smart individual as well, too. You may like, oh, you just think of like a rapper, maybe just talk about bitches. So I was like, no, he does that, but at the same time, he has like many different ideas and mean shit. Be like, holy shit, you actually are a fucking smart individual. What the fuck? I thought we was in it for the jokes, like he was just another dumb rapper. But no, he's a fucking smart ass rapper. Very smart. So yes, I respect Killer Mike, and
I do too.
It's just
funny.
He's a funny individual.
It's a good show. Just watch it. There's some themes in there. You're like, oh man, they're actually gonna go there.
Yep.
That's pretty messed up. But it borders in the line of like kind of with Nathan Free for me, which like I don't know how much of this is real, but
it's a good show.
You gotta do it. Yeah, I like it. It's funny. There's a lot of good jokes in there. Next one after that is The Dangerous World of Comedy with Larry Charles. So this is like less of a series and more of a kind of a docu-series. There's only like 4 episodes. And if you know me, I'm a big proprietor of like comedy. If you can joke about it, you can joke about it. Sometimes you have to face the consequences, but you shouldn't be quote unquote canceled for stuff like this. And then this is just talking about comedy in a dangerous place. Like he talks to people who are warlords, soldiers, and people that are in like the most dangerous parts of the world, and how do they cope with comedy and all that stuff. And it's honestly fascinating. I'm just like, damn, so that's how it is, huh? So he goes to these really dangerous parts, and he really stands out in like like the South African or the African parts of the thing. He's talking to like warlords, like, so what makes you laugh? What comedies do you like? And it's again, for me, it's a very interesting topic because I always say like, there's no rules in comedy. You can joke about whatever you want
to a certain degree. In different,
yeah, of course there's a certain degree, but you can still joke about whatever you want. Just
but
make sure there's a point to it.
Make sure there's a point to it, but also if you try and offend
even if there's no point to it, at least make it funny.
Like
but
make a good punchline. Yeah,
it's subjective, I know, but that's with comedy. You just don't know what you're gonna get with it. So, like weird whole like boomer humor, Gen Z humor, millennial humor. It's all different, and you know all that with the memes and all that stuff. People like Minion memes. Some people like really weird ass SpongeBob memes. And this is like, I like that though. It's a very cool show.
Gotcha.
On Netflix. I've been talking only about Netflix because there's gonna be more Netflix on this right now, which is Kengan Ashura, which is I like it. It's just a simple show. I was like, it's a show about fighting. That's all it is. Some guy who wants to be the best, and it's got somewhat of a, you know,
Tenchi Muyo type of
like. Nah, I don't know.
No, not Tenchi Muyo.
Tenchi Muyo.
I know Kenji, my disciple.
Kind of, yes. Okay. It's like, it's got someone like, okay, that kind of works in a real world. Kind of. Not really.
Yeah.
But they give reasons like why he's doing this type of move or this way to be like, oh, okay. And then do the whole thing like, if you worked in this type of profession and you get your bones breaking, it comes back stronger. That's why he's got strong bones. I'm like, I guess.
I guess, but I don't believe you.
Like, sure, but it's just a fun thing, and I don't even know if we're gonna get a second season for this. I mean, Netflix kind of does whatever they want.
Yeah.
Next one is first time. It's a Disney Plus show.
Yep.
It's on here right now.
Yeah.
So number 6 is The Mandalorian. Yes, I know it's kind of been done to death right now with the Mandalorian memes and Baby Yoda, and like, oh my god, it's gotten to the point where it's gone kind of like Rick and Morty style, where I'm like, oh, jeez, come on now. I still like the show though, and it's interesting to put that I put like a Star Wars related thing
so it's just
in any top list of mine. But I actually really like this show. It's like it's a western. It's all about the
Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian, his thing. People have said like, oh, the first 3 episodes were good, and the rest were kind of okay. I was like, I'm in the same thing. I'm like, the first 2 were really good. I know the next couple of those are kind of not there, only because the first 3 had kind of like a story arc, which was he found the Baby Yoda, and then he has to deal with that thing, which could have been just a movie. But everything after that was kind of like weird little side plots. Like, I'm just gonna stop in this place, help this guy out. Next episode, stop in this place, help this guy out.
Nice, like, side missions, side quests.
So it doesn't further any of the story, but I still like it because he's cool. You got some people in there that I don't think I'd ever seen inside a Star Wars thing.
Like Gino Carano's in there.
Yeah,
too.
He's in that one.
Gina
Carano. Oh, I thought you meant like. I thought you were talking about the Breaking Bad guy.
No.
Yes. Yeah, Gina Carano. She's in this one. Yeah, she's all right. Taika Waititi's in it. What do you call it?
The Breaking Bad guy?
The Breaking Bad evil guy, not the Walter.
Oh, you talking about
Giancarlo Esposito is his name.
Yeah, Giancarlo. Well, he's in it.
He's in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's cool.
Okay,
I like.
Who's the voice of the Mandalorian?
It's Pedro Pascal.
Oh, okay.
He's nice. He was from what I've known him, he's a like a Latin actor. He was inside Game of Thrones as the Red Viper.
Gotcha.
So he's cool. I like him, and I like the fact that it's very Dread-like, where he's just gonna leave the helmet on, and he's just the mystery is all of what's under the helmet and all that stuff. I've seen last night's episode I saw, which was Bill Burr was on it. I'm like, fucking Bill Burr. I love Bill Burr.
Well, he was there. Is
this the same dude? He's like, hey, I ain't a stormtrooper, wise ass. He just says stuff like that. I'm like, he's just Bill Burr.
Bill Burr in the Star Wars universe.
And if you've known Bill Burr, he rags on everything. He even did a thing like, yeah, I missed the Star Wars thing. One summer I went to camp, everyone was talking about it, and I was like, what is all this dumb stuff here? I was like, oh, that's really funny that he's actually in this thing. It's directed by Jon Favreau. Well, most of it is.
Yeah,
and he was the guy who brought Marvel to the mainstream too. He was the man.
Yeah, he
Without
was
him,
that piece. Yeah,
we wouldn't have the MCU.
No.
And so thank God for him, because to me he's like, oh, I actually like a Star Wars thing. That's kind of cool right there, isn't it? Then number 5. After that, Dr. Stone.
Stonehands.
Dr. Stone's stone. Am I right?
Yeah.
The year of 420.
Give me those. Get those hands of stones.
So I don't add a lot of animes on here, and there were some shows that were like, oh, that was fun, but I'll never add it on here because I was like, that was only cool because fan service, and that's just me. I like trash stuff like that. I'll like unironically rate something that was so trashy as number 10, just because like I liked it because it kept me visually entertained. But I'm never gonna say like that was one of the best shows I've ever seen. And so with Dr. Stone, it is a very fun, very cool show about like. The whole idea of it is the whole world turns to stone, and you have one guy who's the smartest kid he breaks out and he has solved the mystery of why they turned to stone. And then the second part of the series is one guy who's really strong, which just only wants to save the strongest people in the world, and he has to fight him only using science. So he retreats to a village and tries to build, guns and other things that help in warfare. And it's a very rewarding show because it's, again, based in, like, realism of, like, oh, yeah, we can kind of do it like this, It's not going to, like, be super serious all the time. There's still moments of, like, pure comedy. I'm like, oh, that's really funny. Of, like, the super exaggerated faces, the, funny little things about humans that we do. It's kind of like the whole, like, oh, what happens if a guy went back to the Stone Age, but instead it's just happening in forwards time. He goes 7,000 years in the future, and humanity at this point is pretty much is like back in the old like 2000 BC days. I really like it. It's fun. It's one of my favorite animes this year, and it's people, from what I can tell, this is one of the most anticipated ones of this year too, because people were like, oh man, Dr. Stone's getting adapted, oh man, I can't wait for that one. And I was like, oh, let's see how this is. There's also a lot of references to like Capcom stuff in there too. He talks about like, oh, it's just like Monster Hunter, which is funny to me. And the next number 4 is kind of just a weird choice for me, but it's kind of something you kind of just have to see to appreciate, which is Green Eggs and Ham on Netflix. Yes, I know. It's like, what? That's number 4? I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
I actually thought it was really good. I saw the first episode. I was like, this is not going to be as good. And I was like, okay, this is actually pretty funny. The jokes in there are pretty good. It's hard to describe it. It's like, they got the whole, like, modern day humor where they'll comment on stuff in the world of Dr. Seuss. Of like, hey, that's kind of weird, huh? So it's very self-referential in it. And Michael Douglas is one of the main guys. Well, his name is actually Guy. And so they try to bring a loose connection of like the whole thing of like, I will not eat green eggs and ham. I'll not eat them in a boat. And so each episode is kind of doing that thing. It's like, will you eat them in the box? And he's like, I'm not going to eat them in the box. And they've actually made that impactful. By the time you get to like one of the last episodes, and he's like, I will not eat green eggs and ham. I will not eat them in a boat. And you feel it, like, holy crap, this is so sad. And if they got to that point where they actually make you feel sad that he's saying those goofy ass words, that was actually pretty cool. And the fact that when he goes around, so like, I actually like green eggs and ham. I'll eat them in a boat. I'll eat them with a goat. And then again, having those words have a really big impact too. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. And I appreciate 2D animated shows. And this is 2D animated because it's a goddamn beautiful show. The estimated thing is like there's about 6 million per episode, and there's about like 12 or so episodes. So that's about 60 million you're putting into this series.
Yeah, that's
kind of crazy. Because I'm just like, a lot of shows don't get that type of budget, but this one they were like, yeah, we'll work with it right here. And it's just, again, really hard to recommend to people because people are like, what, really? That thing right there? I say give it a watch because it's very funny. Here we go. We're going on to number 3, which is one of the saddest things I put on here.
Oh, really?
Tuca and Birdie. Oh. Sad only because I really like this show, but they canceled it. It was on Netflix.
Okay.
Man, I got a lot of Netflix shows on my thing.
Yes, you do.
So from the people that brought you BoJack Horseman, it's the one with the 2 birds. With it's got Ali Wong, Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, okay.
And it's almost animated in the same way of what do you call it? In the same look, it looks like BoJack Horseman.
Okay.
And I love BoJack Horseman. It's gonna end next month, and I'm like, damn, that was a good show, and it had a good run, and people are so up in arms about like the fact that this got canceled, and I am too, because I was like, I thought the show was good. I watched it the first time, and then when we elevated more was like, and I watched it the second time, but with one of my sisters, because she never watched BoJack Horseman, but watching it again with her was one of the great times. Like, oh, I actually missed this joke, because there's a lot of moments where it just happens and then the next joke goes on, and then you got time to like appreciate the other joke and all that. And it's a very fast-paced thing. And yes, a lot of people were ragging on it because it does lean a bit into the feminist style, because there's a lot of jokes about like being a woman in the workplace, women being friends together, and all that stuff. But I don't see it like that. I just think like, yeah, sometimes you gotta deal with that stuff, because that's what happens in this world. And I just hated the fact, like, I can't believe they canceled that shit. That was such a good show. We'll never know what happens afterwards now. And because BoJack was more kind of like, the jokes were there, but there was also a heavy side of realness to it. This was a little bit more jokey, but there's still a little bit tinge of like the whole like, damn, that got real really quick right there. So I really enjoy this show. And I hope people do too. They say it's gonna come back, but in a different form, maybe like only online, like on YouTube or something. I don't know. I'll be like, you know what, if they do like a weird Kickstarter thing, I'll be like, I'm not gonna support it, but someone will. And I hope they release it in some form right there. Next show after that, the top 2 shows. This is a sketch comedy show, and it's one of my favorites this year. There's only like 5 episodes of it on Netflix, but I love it when anyone references this show. And there's a couple of times it gets referenced on Twitter, on YouTube, or something like that, and every time I do it's like, it's pretty funny. I consider this kind of like the weird successor to Mr. Show. It's called I Think You Should Leave by Tim Robinson. And yes, it's a sketch show, so there's moments where like they'll take one joke and then like they'll play on it. But what I like about this show is they take it on it, but sometimes there's like a weird twist at the end, and I've never seen that in a sketch comedy show where they, like they'll do one joke, and they'll run on it, but then there's like one part at the end where it's just like, well, what the hell? That was pretty funny. I mean, say what you will about like Key and Peele, because I like their comedy, but you can tell like they do the one joke in their sketch, and it's that joke till the end. But there's like, they'll do one joke in the beginning, there's like a second joke that they'll do a sketch on in the middle, then the third one, it's like, oh, it's kind of a weird payoff, but sometimes there's no payoff, and I really enjoyed that about this, and I really like this show. It was really funny, and again, if we get a second season of this, I'll be really happy, because there's a lot of really innovative, really funny stuff in this show. Are you ready for my number 1?
What's your number 1?
It's gonna be in my honorable mention right there. JoJo, that was a good show, but I just leave it out because we already talked about it, and I've already mentioned it before. So let's see, what else did I watch this year? Honestly, not that much, but the last one that came out this year that swept everyone, and it got people into the mainstream, was Demon Slayer. I love Demon Slayer. And it started off slow too, because it was kind of like, oh, I like the ideas that's going on with this, but as it progressed, you actually were like, oh, this is a different show right here. So I watched it. People will say the big meme for this one is episode 19. If you know what I'm talking about, good. Episode 19. And once episode 19 happened, I was like, okay, I'll watch the show. And I did. And I was lucky because I got it. It brought me back to a time where I actually enjoyed anime. I was into the whole realm of like, I gotta watch the next episode. Holy crap. Because right now, yeah, I'm kind of jaded for the most part when it comes to anime. I still like it, enjoy and watch it. But, with the fans, with the people that surround that type of, that place, and it's like, whatever. But this one got me back again. I'm like, holy crap, I really like this show right here. And they're going to have a movie. So it's a confirmed second core, but it's a movie, which is, I don't know, it's like kind of weird. The animation for it is really good. The characters are really fun. the fights are really good. That's the only thing that's the best part about it. So, basic story for this one: kid goes out, he comes back, and his whole family is slayed by demons except for his sister, and it's up to him to find a cure to help his sister, because his sister's a demon, to find the main one and kill him, and hopefully find a cure. And that's the entire thing. And I like that it has a goal. Some animes don't have that goal clearly, because they're just like, oh, we'll just do this and then move on to the next thing. And I, again, really appreciate that they did that. And it got people like Ninja talking about it on Twitter, and it's because of episode 19. People are kind of like, wow, if someone as big as Ninja can talk about a show that it's kind of like a seasonal show, that's kind of cool right there. It's not like that's like one of those big ones like Attack on Titan season 3, right, One Punch Man season 2, and yeah, all that stuff right there. But there you go, there you have it, the top 10 shows of 2019. We'll see you all in 2 weeks, most likely. The next Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be after Christmas.
Yeah,
the after Christmas special.
If things were easier where we can actually record, but it's like let's relax for that time.
Yeah,
and also more things will build up, and then we'll give you the top 10 games. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna be top 10.
Yeah,
there's not a lot that I was going through this year. I was like,
there was some bangers, but there's a lot of games like, no.
Yeah, no. Exactly. Crackdown 3, what?
What, boy?
Metro Exodus. No?
Yeah.
And if it weren't, and we gotta applaud the MVP of the year, Game Pass.
Yep.
Because without the Game Pass, we wouldn't have played most of these games on the list. And they are getting Goose Game.
Yeah, the Untitled Goose Game, but this week? Next week?
I think next week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, we don't have to pay $15.
Yep.
Technically, you paid $10, but hey,
honk,
honk, honk.
Honk, honk, my dudes.
Peace was never an option.
No, peace.
We're joining that meme really late into the game.
Peace was never an option.
And
taking all your shit.
So this will be the first time I'll play that game and all that stuff, and hopefully, and that's the thing too. They did see that they mentioned that during State of Play. I was like, oh, here it is. We're gonna have it, for the PS4. And if you know this too, so I think the MLB is kind of like dropping their.
Oh no! So here goes the thing about Here you go, because
you're an MLB fan.
Yeah. MLB re-upped their contract with Sony.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, yeah, sure, you can be like the only one that pretty much make baseball games. Well, they're still I'll be able to show, but but you have the MLB licenses and likeness, everything else. But they said you have to pretty much do the other consoles as well too.
Other consoles.
So and Sony just like, what? Like you have to do the other consoles, so it has to be on.
Sony was the one holding all the things.
Yeah,
like,
all the things.
I don't want to do this.
But the reason why I heard Scuttlebutt said like either that or they won't do the deal. Damn. So they was like, okay, so
they forced them.
So by 2021, you will get MLB The Show on Xbox.
Oh yeah.
And from Nintendo, the Nintendo platforms as well.
Switch.
Well, I will not say Switch because you never know. Nintendo will be like, hey, we got a new console.
Switch X.
Switch X. So just feel like, okay, just pretty much on the new future consoles itself. So the last MLB The Show will be 2020 for the PlayStation 1 in-house, and then after that we'll go on to the other platforms itself.
So that's cool, huh? I mean, like, I know you're gonna be happy for that.
Oh yeah.
More people get to play MLB, and there's no MLB at all for any of the other consoles.
No, it's just RBI baseball.
RBI, Super Mega Baseball.
Yeah, all the fake baseball shit. Like, no. Just and I think MLB doing so good. Like, the MLB show doing so good, but it's just like, hey, you guys make more money if y'all spread out your platform. But it's going to be so funny because, like, a lot of people saying how that will look having a PlayStation logo. Like, because it's a PlayStation game.
I know
that like San Diego PlayStation, like its own wheelhouse, be on the Xbox.
Hey, here's the thing. Who cares?
Yeah, like right now, just like
do it, man.
Just do it. It's cool.
And it's funny too because I remember saying like I talked about Lego Ninjago. They just used the PlayStation game inside because I remember it happening. I'm like, that was the triangle. Yeah, that was the triangle logo. What the? And then the game wasn't fast enough to cover it up, so I saw it. I was like, what the hell? Also, guess what? PlayStation opened their doors for crossplay too for Minecraft.
Yeah, and for they also talking like for Call of Duty.
Hey, that's all good for me right there.
Yeah.
So Sony was a really stingy one for the last couple of years. But guess what? In the wave of the PS5, that Series X, the Switch, or whatever is going to come up after that.
Yeah.
Hey,
let's just enjoy how it is now.
It's all the same now. You can play with your friends on the PC. You can play with your friends on the Switch, crossing over to Xbox. There's a synergy between Microsoft and Xbox, but it's only one-sided. It's only like, oh yeah, you can get Cuphead. What, can we get some of your games? No. Okay.
like because they was like, hey, you can do Game Pass on there. Like we can just terms of service. No. Okay.
I know. Master Chief and Smash confirmed.
Yep.
And also, hey, Rare was owned by Microsoft.
Yeah.
It said like, oh, we can have Banjo-Kazooie now on there. And also, there's rumors now of a new Crash game made by the people who made the Crash Bandicoot Remastered.
I would not be surprised.
And I'm like, I would like to play that game. We haven't had a Crash game in a long time, and that's one of the few properties where I actually really like it. If they do it good.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
If they do it good.
So yeah, there's going to be not a lot of games next 2 weeks from now. Or it's definitive. I'm pretty sure you already know what our favorite games are of this year.
Maybe not.
Number one, like I said, Crackdown 3.
Crackdown 3, baby.
Oh yeah, I saw the Spotify thing. That was pretty cool. Our stats for Spotify.
What's our stats?
I think we had like 300 something streams, and like out of them, well, we had 300 starts, but we had 13 or so streams. It's not bad coming out of the gate of with 420 plus episodes.
Yeah, nice though.
I'm like, hey, yeah, that's about nice right there. And also our counts are going up, which is pretty good. I like seeing that.
Yeah.
And if we can just get more engagement with people, I know it's kind of like an asshole thing. It's like, come on, people, engage with us. We're like, you should, man. Like the way YouTube is going right now, the way everything is.
Yeah. Support
your local Chicago podcast.
Yes, indeed.
And also, I'm being more active now on Twitter, and it's pretty fun. Some guy who was all about the Newton replied to me like, "What the hell?
What happened now?"
You remember when I was like, I got a free year of Apple Plus TV because they were like, "Oh, since you bought the 11, you get a free year." I'm like,
"Wow, lucky son of a bitch."
It's not honestly that great, only because it's like, what is on Apple Plus? Nothing.
Oh, that's still that.
There's like 2 or 3 shows on there.
Yeah, but still, it's still good.
I know
it's free, fucker.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, but that's why I tweeted out saying like, I have a year of Apple Plus. I mean, I would have liked the Newton instead. People are like, and then I was like, oh, that's a good choice. I'm like, it was a joke, right?
Yeah.
Because I got that from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Hey, Dolph, add a memo to your Newton. Beat up Martin.
Yeah.
Eat up Martha.
Eat up Martin.
That was the funniest show. Like that. Yeah. They took that. They know that joke the second time when I replied.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how that works out. In the age of streaming service, when everyone's trying to fight for your attention. Hey man.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
What's up? That's it.
Go to our Spotify. Hey, go to Spotify.
Yeah. Spotify.com/the dead pixels of the internet.
I don't know if it's a slash.
No, there's no slash. Just search up the dead pixels.
Yeah, just search up dead pixels of the internet on Spotify. We should be on there. I'm still trying to figure out like how do you put on title and they say like, oh, upload to some weird offshoot site and your music will be on there. I'm like, I ain't gonna do that.
Well, it's owned by. You should.
Who's owned by?
Yeah, owned by Sprint.
Is it?
Yeah.
What?
They bought shares of it.
Owns title? I thought it was so. Someone else.
Jay-Z, I think. I don't know.
That's what I thought. Like,
yeah, they do, but we should be on SoundCloud.
Okay.
SoundCloud, baby.
What is one of the few things that we're not on? SoundCloud, title.
That's it.
And that's about it.
Should be on Stitcher.
So we're on Stitcher.
We on Apple.
We're on
so
Apple.
Just search up the Dead Pixel Internet.
Yeah, do it on your podcast app, whatever it is. On the podcast for the Apple, podcast for the Android,
and for
and Windows Phone. I know some people out there still on Windows Phone.
Yeah. Also, go to our main site, the deadpixelinternet.podbean.com. You can just where all the episodes. You can stream it from there, but your battery will get too hot on your mobile device.
Well, you can download it directly from there too.
Yeah,
you go on your Safari.
Yeah.
right click, save link as.
Yeah, well, on your computer. I talk about on your phone.
You can do it on your phone too.
Yeah, you could. But how you go right click on your phone?
You hold down.
That's just holding down the button. There's no clicking involved in that, sir.
You slightly tilt it to the right.
Okay, sir.
So
Sir, I'm getting tired of your hot, garbage ass memes. Okay.
What's meme of the decade? We'll find out.
Let's see.
I don't see that. I'm not gonna do that one.
Facebook.com/TheDeadPixels of the Internet. Like the page and if you like us, we will say your name on here.
Yeah. Whoever's listening on Spotify right now, spread it to your friends. Mm-hmm. Spread it to people of all ages.
Yes. All ages of the world.
Go to our Twitter at Joe Manuel.
Mine's just Broken Instagram. Also YouTube.
YouTube, Dead Pixels Internet.
Mine's what I share with Mr. Sanjay is I'm gonna say Broken Instagram site. Damn, I forgot. The Obscure Trio Chicago, baby.
Yeah, what's on there now?
Right now I think it's just a Battletoads.
Battletoads,
the 2.0 version, the one that's the
arcade. You mean
the arcade one? Yeah, the best version.
When are we gonna get the Xbox version of that one? The new one.
Next year, 2020.
Oh man, I can't wait.
When you gonna get Battletoads? Now.
Do you have Battletoads in stock? That's the meme of 2010 right there.
Yeah, now.
Oh man, did you know that when I was looking up, only Mass Effect 2 came out 2010. And then 2012 was Mass Effect 3.
Okay.
So I was like, what was the game that I liked the most? Anyway, that's gonna be our next month. We always do the what's coming up next for movies.
Yep.
And then that'll be the start of decade month. I don't know what else to call it.
Just put the end.
Decade review.
Yeah,
decade review.
Decade review.
This has been the Dead Pixels of the Internet.
Why are you clapping so hard since 2011?